Thanks for staying with us. The Ogun State Police Command has urged ladies to be cautious of the dangers associated with hookup with strangers. According to them, avoid being a victim of ritual killing, hookup, and its dangers. You may go and never return. Girls, wake up. Young girls, do you know who you're being hooked up to? That person may exchange your beautiful head for peanuts. All that glitters is not gold. What are your thoughts on this? So we saw that, warning, more like a warning to young girls out there. And I think this, it's high time this warning comes. And I believe that we all need to be talking about this. Because I've seen like a trend where, because of the things people now desire, the materialistic way of life, everybody wants to own certain things. Nobody wants to work hard anymore. Nobody wants to wait their turn to get those things. And you hear girls saying, I cannot stress. So there was a video sometime that went viral where a girl was saying that I'd rather marry a Yahoo boy than marry somebody who has a decent job. After all, I will be able to buy this, that, and that. And it's become like a trend, especially with our young people, where they don't care as long as I make the money. The end justifies the means, as long as I'm able to get that cash from that person. And so they jump into cars, they hook up, they get connections just to hang out with people they don't know based off of what they will be getting. And now this advice is coming that, be careful before you go in and then you don't come out with your head. What are your thoughts on this? Who's ready to go?
Okay, so this is a mother's advice to a child. And we'll force our police to have to do this, maybe because they're seeing how many people walk or in their metro news, the kind of matters they handle. They're seeing that, young girls just want to have things, young boys just want to quickly have it. Nobody wants to work hard and wait. There's no need to persevere, just arrive. And so they are now parenting the populace. This sort of advice is the advice your elders give to you. And our elders are saying, you don't see your mates. So they are forced to now parent society. It's sad. It's a very sad world that we have gotten here. I didn't expect the police to make this their business fully like this, but we have gotten here.
And they have to speak up.
They have to, because parents no longer speak up. Elders no longer talk to young ones. People, this is the business of your grandmother, your mother, the people
your
around
aunties.
you, your aunties who are seeing you in the hurry to arrive, who are supposed to be telling you, take it easy. You get there, do the right thing. Take your time, learn your trade, build your business. Little by little, you get there.
Patience. But
they're the ones now pressuring you. You call a young girl in school and ask her, your mommy has not eaten since morning. What do you want the girl to do? Rather, we have switched roles, and so the police have to now take up parenting roles.
Right. Ramatu?
Yeah, so this hookup thing, I think is very common. It's not really common in the north. We marry early. That's just one thing. And, we are always betrothed. Like, we already have somebody that we want to marry. My place, we marry our cousins and all. So I would say we deal more with early marriage. Like the girls, you see a girl getting married at the age of 12, 13. She does her first period at home. The next period is expected that she's going to do it in her husband's house.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, no matter how young she is. So we are dealing with that, first of all. I know of, I have a friend that I was in SS2 then. There's this elderly man that used to stay with us then. He had a daughter. And the girl was, she had just finished her primary school education. And then there's this guy that wanted to get married to her. He has 3 wives. She was going to go and be the 4th wife.
Oh.
He married her. And then when he married her, she was, every time she always goes out to go and play with her, because she's a child. She goes out to go and play, all this, and all with her friends. He came and he was complaining to the dad that, what kind of girl is that she doesn't sit down at home to, make meals and all of that. She's always outside playing and all. And one day I had to tell him that you married a child. So you should expect those kind of things. Play. So what now happened was that she took in. She got pregnant. And when she got pregnant, of course, her pelvic was very narrow. Oh. So when she tried giving birth, she had this popular thing that happens, VVF. Yes. She started leaking and all of that. All of a sudden, he now started complaining. He said that she smells and all. So he's not interested. He doesn't want the marriage again, and all. And that's how he let her go.
Wow.
And she left with that. She gave birth to the child, but of course she was leaking everything.
Life,
that's
you
a
have
child
totally
taking care of another child. So you see, hookup is not even the major disney.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So we already have, other issues.
That's an even more serious issue.
But for hookup, I think it's lack of contentment. I think women, girls should try and be contented in what they have. And then we should not look down on...
in this world? Is it easy? It was easier in our time.
Was it easy?
It was easier in our time.
Yes, so it's interesting to hear another perspective. It's interesting to hear that the problem, each malam with the kettle. Different colors, different size. Right here in the Southwest, we do have a major challenge with hookup. I can even extend it towards the South-South. We've seen the problem of where a lady, there was a video from Port Harcourt where the boy was with a wheelbarrow with butchered parts of his girlfriend. And both of them are students. So both of you are students, but the boy is big. The boy does...
influencing.
The boy has his... Skits. He does skits, that's the official one, but he was trying to use her for money rituals. He has his way of making money. He has a front for it, but then he has his way of making money. His girlfriend, both of them are students. He butchered the girlfriend. So what we're seeing now is a level of, you must become paranoid as a girl. Every young girl must become paranoid. If a man says, come to my house, auntie, just carry... You will carry 2 babes and send the address up front to your family and friends and let the man know that whenever I go out, I send address of where I'm going to my family and friends. My phone has contacts tracing. So if wherever I am, people know where I am. Once I'm with my phone. There are little things, technology can help us with that. And you too, use common sense. You don't know somebody before, they tell you to come and meet them at 9 p.m. somewhere because the person wants to buy you latest iPhone or latest Samsung. You want to be holding folds when your life is not straight. I don't even understand what my mentor says. He says you want to wear bone straight when your life is not straight. And because of that, you end up getting into a case where your life is in danger. We have lost too many young girls due to hookup. What should have been a normal relationship has now turned into money rituals, ritual killings, body parts being harvested, organ harvesting taking place. And when they are doing organ harvest, I don't know, somehow it is women's organ that is more akachi for them to harvest. Whichever way, women should become wise. Whether you are young or not, become wise. Never ever go and meet a man you don't know or a man you don't trust enough without having other people know where you are going to. Everybody must know that I'm going somewhere.
Yeah. But let's take this call. I think we have a caller on the line. Good morning. Obi Kennedy from Jalingo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great topic you are discussing today.
Thank you.
We've come a long way into this country as long as we are alive. But this hookup of a thing it's evil. And let me be very, very specific. There's no shortcut to getting rich. A whole lot of this evil is happening within the system of I know you and you know me. Some even go to the extent of you don't know somebody will just call you and give you somebody's number and address. You've never seen him. You don't know if it's a gorilla or a lion or a cheetah. You just go there just to make money. There is no shortcut to richness. And this thing is not only happening to the young ladies, to the elder ones, it happens. We just have to be very, very careful and be very prayerful, especially to the younger generations. What are we teaching the younger ones to come? It's just prayers, and we have to be very sincere to ourselves. What is happening in this country or in this world is different. It's only God that will save us. Thank you, and you have a very great topic today. God bless you all.
So much, sir. Yeah, so I'm just afraid because, like Nima rightly said from the beginning, when the children are not expected to raise the adults who are supposed to know better. You know, back in the day, and somebody will ask me, how old are you? They're already asking me, every day you say, back in the day, in our time, how old are you? But it was back in the day, looking at what is happening right now. Yes, it seems like it was another generation entirely. But we knew that parents took up their role. which was to preserve their children's innocence for as long as they could. And that meant that when you come home with anything they did not buy for you, they will ask you where you got it from. You know better than to bring any top home or any jean home that your parents did not buy for you. But the reverse is the case. And even at that time, in our time, there were some homes that the reverse was the case because those parents were not on ground to provide the basics for their children. So they allow their children do the work for them and cater to them because of poverty and lack of morals as far as I'm concerned. Because even if you don't have much to give to your children, you should give them at least, strive to give them the basics. If you need to carry the bonbon, carry it. If you need to sell in the market, sell. You don't sit at home and say, hey, we are poor, we are poor. You go outside and hustle. So you give birth to these children, you expect them to hustle. How dare you challenge them when they come with cars and you know that they are not working? You won't challenge them because they are already doing the job that you are supposed to do as their parents. And so we must go back to the root cause of, some of these things and how society has enabled people who have certain amount of things without proper questioning. We accept it. We jubilate with them. We embrace it. We shame other people. They shame you on social media when you dress a certain way. Yeah. They shame you on social media that you're wearing rubber on your hair. You cannot even afford human hair. It's rubber you're wearing. They shame you. That's the society we find ourselves. So how can we be content? How can these young girls be content in a society that is not content and doesn't care?
Sadly, we are very materialistic now. But then, even then, it used to be that, a man will want to get you. And the first thing he will try to do is, use material things to get you. You too, you might most likely fall for it, maybe because you have a check at home who is asking you, what does he do for a living? You don't ask her. They chop money. Because of those checks. Chokwe was saying, don't go to somebody you don't know. Even the one you know now is a risk.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Even the one you know that you grew up with, the one you eat with, you should be careful about. The most important thing is that we should raise our children to have their own goals. And it should not be dependent on the money that somebody would give to them. It should be dependent on within the means. I remember I used to get 1,000 naira a week back then in the university. Inside is my transport, inside is my feed. But I was a big girl because how much is the food you want to eat? A bottle of soft drink then maybe was less than 100 naira. I would just buy one snack and big girl status on celebrate because I would not ask any other person for food. And that 1,000, I did my job from there. I did that job from there and continued to finance my businesses back then in school. My parents needed to see traces, so traces must be proven. My job card was at home, so they will see it when I pack it. I will say, okay, it's now money don't come to join. You just needed to show traces. And if you're parenting a child now, it's not abnormal when a relative asks the child, where did you get this? It's not abnormal. Actually. They should ask. And if you are not responsible for it and you don't know where it's from, you should be ashamed. It's not busybody for your neighbor to ask your girl, where are you going? Or why are you coming late? I once accosted a young girl who had a party at a hotel, her 21st birthday. And the mom was like, what is my business? What is wrong with you? I was like, what's wrong with your father's house? Why didn't you just... No, it's I need fine background for pictures. I said, where did you get money for the... party.
So it wasn't the parents that were funding.
I was digging too much. They were all offended. So I learned to shut up my mouth. And they put the pictures, they brought the pictures, printed and put it in the house. It was impossible in my mother's house.
Let's take this call. Samuel from Jos. Good morning, Samuel.
Hello, good morning. Like you just mentioned. You see, what you see in the society today starts from family level. There is no society without a family. I have always advocated that you bring your children in the mosque. Say a prayer, say a word of advice. Like a Christian I am, you feed them with the word of God. You feed them with a word of morality. You feed them with what they should know and what they shouldn't know. You should feed them with what they do and what they shouldn't do. With that, as they go out into this wider society, they will say, this is what my father, this is what my mother has told me not to do. This is what the word of God, which is the most important book in the world. So we shouldn't just allow our children, like I observed 3 weeks ago, I saw my daughter with, I think, a bag or so. I asked her, how come? She now told me it is her friend, and they come together with his friend at home. So if you buy your child a biro, it is true that they use biro in their classes. When they call, if it is not the color you bought for them, ask them, but I bought you blue color. How come you are coming home with your red color? They should explain. And when they explain, to verify, go further to verify that actually this is the source of what they have gone home with. Don't just allow them. They come home with all sorts of gadgets. You don't ask questions. How do you think they will not graduate into doing a greater than the worst things? So let me conclude by saying, parents, please, it depends on us all to make sure that our children go in the fear of God. Thank you, and thank you again.
Thank you so much, Samuel.
They are not even. It's not even just through hookup and all. Okay, did you hear of that story? That Port Harcourt story of a girl that just went to do makeup for somebody, and then the brother, carried her, and the brother wanted to make money with her, brutalized her, and then buried her at the back of the house. It was the mother that was calling, trying to find out where she was, but fortunately, the girl told the mom before leaving the house that I am going to so person's house. That's her very good friend. It's a very good friend's brother that did that to her. And also, at the end of the day, we need to know, why do girls indulge in these things? Some of them is not just material stuff. They're not after material. Some is just the adventure, just for fun, the fun of it and all. So we need to know their friends, the kind of friends
that they keep,
and they move around with.
Yeah.
So there's an age that...
Let's pause on the conversation. When we come back, we'll continue. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.